For the first time ever, we're about to take a full team of exotic units into endless mode and see how far they can get. There's only 5 exotics in the game, but we've got all of them equipped right here. Also, I'm going to be using a Krusty Krab just so we can get these down and not leak in time. And I just want to use a pure exotic team. Unfortunately, no exotics have any slowing support, so we don't have any supports besides the Krusty Krab. But yeah, I just don't want any other damage to interfere. So let's enable the 7X. Let's place our first Krusty Krab. Skip wave, upgrade. That's the most efficient way to do it. Place the next one, upgrade. And then we'll get even a third one down and upgrade these other ones. We should have enough money after the next wave skip by wave 5. And yes, we do. We'll get our Cyclops down, which, by the way, covers a ton, even on placement. This thing's OP. And then I'm going to max out all these Krusty Krabs, get everything else done, and I'll show you guys all the stats, the ability cooldowns, and how the abilities look, and the attack types. This is the world's first video of this kind, guys. No one's ever had 5 max exotics. I don't even think a full team of max exotics at any given time. Maybe when the Sandbot and the Hydra Karen were the only ones. But yeah, guys, to have all 5 of these max is very hard to do. So these things cost a ton to upgrade, but here's the max stacks of the Cyclops. It is a full AoE. We will get into the abilities later, guys, and their attack types, their cooldowns. I just need something to survive to show that, so we can't really do it right now. But yeah, 320,000 full AoE damage to the whole map. It's doing 1 million when you have 3 placed. Insane. And there we go. All 3 are now placed. And I think the best exotic in the game, actually, guys, this might be surprising, but I'm going to tell you guys, RDM did a full study on this, and it's very intuitive. The Prehistoric Gary, even though it's Pierce, it does a ton of damage for 1.5 million. Oh my goodness. But it also has a full AoE ability. I know I said we'll be getting into those later, but yeah, guys, keep an eye out for Prehistoric Gary. This thing is going up in value, and it is by far the best exotic in the game. It goes like 50 waves further than the next best. So keep that in mind, guys. Full AoE abilities just absolutely crush. And just to let you guys know, it is the only exotic with a full AoE ability, the Prehistoric Gary. So yeah, guys, but we'll be getting more into that later. Stay tuned for that, guys. We'll go in depth. And at maxed out, though, 1.45 million damage, 0.5 SPA, 122 range. More range than the Cyclops, actually, as well. And it's a Pierce unit, of course. Now, I just found an issue. I kind of need to place these all in a line, guys, because I need access to their abilities. So what I'm going to do is kind of place them in a line like this, because this is Pierce. We need to pierce that lane. And then everything else I'm going to place in a line kind of like this. Let me just make sure that has enough range. And yes, it does. The Sandbot has better range, I believe. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't. It's only 100.7. So we're going to have to place these closer to the middle, just so I have access to click on them with a macro, guys. I do want to use an auto clicker to macro all the abilities. All right, guys, I've got all the Mimic Pops down, all the Sandbots, all the Prehistoric Garys. Now all I need is Hydra Karens, I think. I'm going to place these at the entrance because they have probably the most range out of anything due to them being splash. I just need to make sure I can click on each one and they don't overlap or interrupt each other. So I'm actually going to spread them out a bit more, which means I'm going to have to move back, I reckon. Yeah, I'm going to have to move back. Actually, I think we could stand up here. Let me just make sure I still have access to everything, which I do, so that's fine. And then I'm even going to place the last one over here, just so, yeah, because the Hydra Karen's hands and stuff, if I try to click on a Cyclops and a hand's in the way, it's going to select the Hydra Karen, so we got to make sure on that. Now, if I do the place test, I can't place anything else, so these are all of the exotics placed and max level, as you can see on the upgrade tab to the right of your screen. I guess with that, we can now delete the Krusty Krabs just so it's not distracting and take a look at all of their stats. We'll start with the Hydra Karen, 600,000 damage. It is splash. It attacks in this big bubble here. I am going to turn on Tower VFX just to show you guys. Actually, there's nothing to show. This is insanely bad. Let's turn that right off, guys. Yeah, I just can't look at that. But yeah, that circle right there is the Hydra Karen's attack. And pretty good stats. It was the first exotic to come. After that, the Sand Robot came out. It's this giant thing here. The Sand Robot does 200,000 damage, but it is full AoE. And its attack attacks the whole map at once. So that's pretty good. And it attacks super fast, unlike the Hydra Karen. The next one to come out was this little guy here, this little fellow. He was actually nerfed. The last Endless run I did, this thing had a 3-second ability cooldown, which is why I got to wave 1,000 so easily, honestly. But yeah, this thing does full AoE with 288,000 damage, 105 range. And this ability now has a 60-second cooldown instead of 3 seconds, like the last video. The Prehistoric Gary is, I'm going to repeat, the best exotic in the game by far, guys. Not just because of its damage, because of its ability. 1.5 million damage, though, into Pierce. That's still really, really good. It doesn't attack that fast, but it's still pretty fast. And then this ability cooldown, I think it's also 60 seconds. We can't check now because everything's just auto-dying. But yeah, guys, we'll be checking out those abilities later. This is definitely the best exotic in the game, though. Definitely battlefield tested by RDM. And it's a lot better than the second best option. All right, guys, we are now at wave 663, so I need to set up this auto clicker here. We need to record multiple click points So what we're going to do is pick our point firstly on this Hydra Karen. Then we're going to pick a point right here, and this actually goes in order. So we pick our points like this, just to spam every single ability. You want to be patient with this. This is GS auto clicker, by the way, and you want to make sure that nothing overlaps, because if you don't get the abilities off, guys, that's going to be a huge problem. Now, for out the rest of this run, I won't be able to move my character, which kind of sucks, but hey, that's the price you pay for having these abilities. And I think I did one of them twice, which I don't really care about. I guess that's just safer for that unit in particular. And we are now in the last unit. I got to make sure it highlights because it's small. Then we'll go like this. And now we press OK, and we just hit the click button, which I have it set to the apostrophe thing. Let's just go. Boom, 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 boom. And now we're spamming all the abilities. I could make it faster, of course, which I probably will. And I'm going to set it to double click. So we can go to options here, recording. No, clicking, repeat. First of all, make this a bit faster. We'll set it to 20 milliseconds. Then we'll go options, clicking, options, and then set this to double click. And now when we spam it, it should be going faster and get more abilities off. Yep, already using ability on cooldown, so it looks like we're going pretty good. Now, guys, this is our final perspective for the rest of this game. We'll see how far we can get. Let's do it. All right, guys, so we have taken damage twice, and it looks like we might be taking damage here to the 383 million health boss. With no Dream Gary, though, to get this far, I'm actually really surprised, but this just goes to show how fast it scales up. We're almost at 400 million health, and on wave 700, you're at like 40 million, 50 million. But yeah, guys, 840 total waves, 27 billion damage. I should have checked the total damage of each thing when we were about to die. But still, that's a crazy amount to go without a Dream Gary and not on 1x. But tomorrow, guys, I have something special coming where we might be playing on 1x and might spend 7 hours in Endless. We might just take out my old record of 1,008 waves. We'll have to see. But for now, guys, as promised, I'm going to show you guys all of the ability and attack types just on their own. So I think for this, we're going to go to Camp Coral, Davy Jones' locker, just so we actually have a target with enough health to do this. All right, guys, so these don't have as much health as I thought. I might have to get my ults in here, but if we just send off this ability, we can see the area of effect. It's just this circle here, so it's splash, and I guess it does 2 shockwaves, kind of. But yeah, that's cool for the Cyclops. Let's move on to the next one. I'm going to do this in order, guys. But yeah, let me skip ahead. All right, guys, we are going to activate the Sandbox ability now. Let's send this off. Boom. And let's see how much damage it does too. But yeah, it's also splash in one-shots the 4 million health. I think all these do around the same damage, but we'll test that later in the Endless run we do, because obviously we're going to be playing on 1x, so we'll be able to see. All right, guys, and here's the Mimic Bob. I think the weakest of the bunch. Let's just send it off and look at what he does. So yeah, he does this poison attack, and look at this icon here. It's going to look very familiar in a second, this little splash thing. But yeah, guys, this thing is so weak. Like everything else, I had everything dead. Like here, this thing's struggling and almost actually died at some point. But let's move on to the next one. We're now on wave 15. If that splash didn't look familiar, it's right here on the prehistoric area as well. But luckily, we have a perfect representation of what this thing can do. I'm going to wait for everything to spawn in, and then we are going to set this thing right off. And there we go. It looks like everything's in. Boom. We're going to set this off, and it is just going to... Wait, what's it going to do? Why is it not going? Come on. Boom. It blows up the whole map, and that's it. Also, I kind of forgot to mention the cooldowns on each of these abilities. Sorry about that. This Hydra Karen actually might not even make it. Let's see. Oh, no. It's doing good, actually. It's doing fine. So, yeah. We're using one of each, maxing it out, and then testing the ability just to see how it works. But, yeah, if you guys want to see the ability cooldowns, make sure you guys slow down the video and just check each one. You'll see it after I use it. Sorry that I didn't actually talk about it and check it out too closely, but yeah. And yeah, Hydra Karen might be going down, so I'm going to play something to help it out a bit if it needs the help. We'll do a Cyclops and Sandbot, because we just want to see the abilities. But yeah, Hydra Karen is pretty bad. It attacks really slow, low damage, and a low attack radius. But now let's check out the ability of the Hydra Karen. Let's see what it does. Come on, boom. Oh, it's better than I thought. I never knew it did that. I actually have never seen that before, because I didn't used to use the Hydra Karen. But dang, it took out like the whole map. Can we place another one? 80-second cooldown or 90? Yeah, the 90-second cooldown. But what? I've never seen those red and yellow lasers. That's insane. Did they change it or something? I don't even know. Or am I just ignorant? Probably a mixture. Let's delete it. Oh, I deleted it. No, I should not have deleted it. I'm going to try to place it over here and let the ability go off again. Hopefully we can wait for it, because I actually want to see what it's capable of. We have 50 seconds. Come on. Dirty Bubble, don't go too fast. Slow down. No. 20 seconds. Come on. Come on, Flying Dutchman, stay alive. Here we go. Okay, yeah, we get it off again. Look at that, though, the yellow and red lasers. That's insane. It looks so cool. But that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. Like if you did. Showcasing all of the exotics in the game at the current moment. Subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss any more banger videos. who's making content like this. We are going to set an endless record tomorrow. It'll be to the left of your screen if it's out, but it's not out until tomorrow if you're watching the day this is posted. RDM and I, maybe even Ella, we're going to go into endless, all with completely maxed out loadouts, strategic teams, everything strategized to a T. Make sure you guys tune in for that one, and I'll see you then.